You have no idea how hurtful it is for the black psyche to not have a sense of our history further back than it is reported by white folks who get it wrong.
The three-fifths provision was not a statement that slaves were three-fifths of a person. It was the result of a compromise necessary to bring into existence our new nation, as Lincoln said, dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. It is the equal protection of the law and the vision of the American founders, of Abraham Lincoln, of Martin Luther King, of a colorblind society that is now directly under attack by measures like this. I can't imagine a more divisive, polarizing, or unjust measure than one that would, by government force, require people who never owned slaves to pay reparations to those who never were slaves, based not on anything they'd done, but because of what race they were born. Fortunately, we have a constitution that forbids such an injustice. Some of those provisions were won by hundreds of thousands of Americans like my ancestor, James H. Ewing of the 3rd Iowa Volunteer Infantry Regiment. He was 24 years old when he was killed on April 6, 1862 at Pittsburgh Landing on the first day of what became known as the Battle of Shiloh. In the words of his brother, James gave up his life at the Battle of Shiloh, fighting to save our free government.
To my friend Tom McClintock, who has a revisionist understanding of the three-fifths compromise, I would want to set the record straight that the three-fifths compromise was a way of counting slaves for purposes of apportioning how many seats in the U.S. House of Representatives the southern states would get. And of course, those three-fifths of human beings did not have the rights of human beings. They were just counted for purposes of human beings, but even then it was a discount, three-fifths. And they were treated as slaves even less than three-fifths of a person. And to my friend, Mr. McClintock, I'm so happy that you can track your forebearers all the way back and beyond probably 1861. But that was at a point where our black families had been torn apart. We can't go back. I can't go back and trace the lineage of my family further than about the 1880s. And even then, it is not certain. So you are so fortunate as a white male to be able to track your people all the way back probably into the 1700s, maybe even earlier than that. And you have no idea how hurtful it is for the black psyche to not have a sense of our history further back than it is reported by white folks who get it wrong to keep us misunderstanding of our value to society. And you know, I mean, I can't express to you the psychological wounds that still exist that HR 40 would help to get at.